War's changed.
Всем привет, с вами Антилар, продолжаю Fallout 4 StoryWealth. В прошлой серии я делал квесты из мода 3D NPC, и следующий квест у меня Memory Loss, самый глубоко закопанный квест в этом моде. Продолжим его выполнение в этой серии. Этого квеста нужно иметь компаньоном Мару или R404.
It's hard not to get twitchy in places like this. At this point, I'm conditioned to think every cemetery is infested with ghouls. Not sure when America turned into the world's worst monster movie. At least the jump scares are fresh. Let's see who can get the highest score. Scary doesn't begin to describe this place. Bad day to be the bad guy. Sometimes you're the hammer, other times you're the nail. Here's the burial chamber. His coffin should be over on the left. Well, that's castle. Doesn't get much better than that. Guess the same goes for our trail.
Castle, вот он.
Any luck?
I found this.
Huh. Looks like a business card from Memory Den. Experience the memories of your favorite celebrities, athletes, and artists here at the Memory Center. Now, that can't be right. Memory Dens are supposed to let you relive your own memories, not the memories of other people. Still, at least we have another lead. Best thing to do is go to the address and check it out.
Блин.
We can talk to him. Feel like holding a seance?
Sure. We got the candles. All we need is a medium and a Ouija board. Or we could just search the body for clues. Holy shit, what was that? Heads up.
Hey, we got trouble.
Let's take it out. That's all, folks. Damn. Looks like they blew up the tunnel and trapped us all in. And by the way this place is shaking, it feels like the whole place might cave in. Look for a rail sign, another lever, a switch, something to get us out of here.
Мне сначала показалось, что это вообще ни о чем пушка. А потом мне показалось, что она хорошая пушка. Ну, я не могу сказать. Ну.
Nice work. Let's go. By the way, there's something I didn't mention back there. One of those attackers... I think I knew him. Went by the codename Chaplin. Didn't know him well, mind you. Fact is, I only met him once. It was the day he gave me the lead on how to find Castle. But that's not the crazy part. The crazy thing is, the guy I met, he hated Castle. I think his exact words were, I want him to suffer. Now they're working together. Shit would only make sense if his memory got wiped, and that only works on synths.
Working together? What do you mean by that?
Well, my guess is they were trying to 86 the corpse. But getting rid of the body means nada if you got two witnesses. Point is, Chaplin went dark months after Castle died. If he had a problem with how it went down, no one told me. To be honest, I'm a bit worried about who we'll run into next.
Anyone else who was around back then?
You mean someone that isn't with the railroad now? I mean, people go dark all the time, either they die or their cover's blown, or maybe they just want out. But when they do, they never come back. Not like this.
Why would it only work on a synth?
Well, for one, we don't know how human brains work. At least that's how Doc Amari explained it to me. Can't just erase and replace a lump of meat like you can a hard drive. At least I used to think so. Now, I'm not so sure.
What's our next move?
According to the business card, the memory center isn't too far from here. That should tell us more. Let's go. Maybe they stepped out on a break? Memory lounger. Doesn't look too different from the ones in Good Neighbor. I know it's just screaming for you to sit on it, but let me check what this terminal says first. Let's see. Looks like there's 3 memories stored in this machine. You can pick the memory using this terminal. I say we watch them in order. You wouldn't watch Adios Muchachos 2 before the original, would you? Same rules apply. Just sit in the chair and I'll run the sim.
Possible or not?
No, I'm afraid not. The machine is designed to extract memories, not alter them.
Couldn't you just reverse the process?
That's not how it works. If you put a drop of ink in a glass of milk, you can't remove the ink without emptying the glass. A memory is part of who you are.
Then you're free to wipe it all. I would not mind starting fresh.
Oh, what about your memories of us, our friendship?
What do you think it is I want to get rid of so badly?
If you want my opinion, I think you should toss this fool's idea out with the rest of the garbage. People obsess over the past enough. They don't need to revisit it. The nostalgia you crave is nothing more than an opiate.
Does that mean you're married to a drug dealer?
Only until you sign the divorce papers. And as for you, altering your memories won't do you any good, and I have proof.
And what would that be?
Well, remember that scene we did for that mystery movie? How many takes did you ask for before you were satisfied?
Jesus, I had to be close to 25.
And what was the first thing you said when we saw it at the theater?
That I wish we did about 5 more takes.
You see? You can change your memories all you want, but you're never going to be satisfied with the result.
Doesn't mean it's not worth a try. I mean, if you had the chance to go into your brain and rearrange a little furniture, wouldn't you do it?
If I had your memories, maybe I would.
Very funny. But let's say in theory I really did want to do it. Would it be possible using this machine?
Why even use the machine? Why not just replace your entire brain? All we'd need is a willing donor and a perfusion emulator.
Did you say that like Dr. Frankenstein?
Igor, fetch me the brain!
Sorry.
I could, but my wife hates horror movies.
Not unless I'm getting paid to act in them.
But it is possible to use the machine to implant memories instead of extracting them.
Anything is possible. Practical is another story. And even if we found someone to donate the memory, there are consequences to consider. I don't think you realize the level of danger involved.
What do you mean?
We aren't talking about growing a beard or borrowing your neighbor's hat. Incorporating other people's memories is fundamentally changing who you are. Your entire mind could be replaced without you even knowing it.
In theory, anyway. You've never actually done it.
My theories are usually right.
Well, I'd be willing to wager that you're wrong.
And there it is. It wouldn't be a discussion between you two without money changing hands.
It's not your money you'd be gambling with. Are you really willing to offer yourself up as a test subject?
Me? Of course not. I want to make sure it works first. We could find someone off the street, pay him a few dollars, get them to sign a waiver.
You two do realize the ethical quandary that poses?
Oh, ethics schmethics. Your husband's a doctor. He should know scientific discovery requires bending the rules from time to time.
Only if you went to the Transylvanian School of Medicine.
If we're doing this, and it's a big if, the memory in question has to be completely innocuous. We don't want to traumatize the patient.
Sure. In fact, what about this conversation right here? Just a harmless bit of dialogue between 4 good friends.
God forbid you infect someone with your brain.
She's right. You're too invested in this. The memory is so strong it might infect the patient.
What about her? She's a neutral party.
I suppose it could work.
The best laid schemes of mice and men.
Then it's a deal.
Whoa. That looked pretty intense. And a lot more real than the memory lounges back home anyway. Why don't you take a minute to get your bearings and I'll see if I can't find out who those 3 were. From what it says here, that was a default memory. Something to give you an idea of how the whole implant thing works. You know the old saying, if you want to know someone, you have to walk a mile in his shoes? Well, this machine is the literal version. But the way they were talking, it's like the memories infect your mind. Make you more like the person you're simulating. Kinda creepy if you think about it. Anyways, according to this, that conversation happened centuries ago. But they never got round to opening up. Bombs fell and the business went with it. But the next entry is way more recent. That might be our clue. Take a seat and I'll fire it up.
Jesus. That felt so real.
Crazy, isn't it? It's a brochure to explain how the whole thing works. It's too bad there isn't more.
I don't give a shit. As long as we can put new stuff in.
You can, but there's a limited amount of space. If you want to leave a memory, you're going to have to make it count.
I know the one.
Good. If what this says is true, and the memory's strong enough, your mind, your ideas, your soul even, live on through the program. Still, there's no guarantees. Identities take a lifetime to forge. It seems pretty far-fetched for one memory to have that much impact.
It doesn't matter. The point isn't to force anyone into believing me. I just want to show them what happened. After that, it's up to them to make up their own minds.
That was Castle, alright. Not a real ghost, but as close to one as you can get. Not sure about the others, though.
Alright, I admit it. I'm confused.
Don't worry. It's a lot to take in. But one thing I do know, those weren't railroad agents. All in all, not much to go on, really. We already knew Castle was here. Let me check the terminal again, see if there's anything else. Looks like there's a third entry. This is probably the memory Castle wanted to implant. The strange thing is, they're in separate files. I wonder why that is. Either way, I guess there's nothing left to do but watch it. Anytime you're ready, we can load it up.
Hello? Is anybody up here? Look, I know you busted the lock on the gate. Not a bad move, all things considered. A lot easier to fix that than a broken window. There you are. It's alright. It's alright. Don't be afraid. You hungry? Here, I brought you a snack. Pretty good, huh? I'm not much of a sugar bombs guy. What with my teeth. But out here, you take what you can get. Not much of a talker, huh? Well, it's alright. Susan says I'm not much of a listener, so I guess it works out. Susan's my wife, by the way. You'll like her.
Он застрял. Черт.
I think the kid's from the Institute.
What are you saying, John? She's a synth?
Yeah. Would explain a lot.
Okay, so what do? We can't just let her stay here. Who knows what she's capable of?
I don't think she's dangerous.
You don't know that.
Well, we should at least give her the night to get her bearings. Find out if she has any family we can contact.
Fine, but only for one night. Then I want her out of here.
Ага, вот оно как
I'm
работает. То
sorry,
есть
but
все
John's not here.
корректно.
He has to work during the day. Yes, it's always been a little lonely with him gone. What's that? You tore your shirt? Well, I suppose it's time we get you out of those rags anyway. Come on, I have something that might be just your size.
Дальше куда? А, еще ниже.
There, see? Now you're ready for the dance. No, don't cry. Don't cry. It's going to be okay. Look, I thought it over. Maybe this can work. But if you're going to stay here, you'll have to at least tell us your name. You don't have one? I suppose we'll have to give you one then. How do you feel about Darcy?
There's no use hiding. She's a synth! She'll kill us all! Fucking synth!
Susan. No.
John, promise me. You'll protect our daughter. Promise.
Damn. That was tough to watch. But I think I understand him a little better now. And why he did what he did. His wife overcame her fear because she knew her daughter was a synth. She grew to love her, even sacrificed her life for her. And it wouldn't have been possible had she not known the truth. Even watching from a distance, it's almost enough to convince you he was right. And I wasn't even in the machine. Can't imagine what it was like for Chaplin. What about you? Feel any different?
I'm okay. Thank you.
No problem. I'm no Dakamari, but I know enough not to let my favorite companion go feral. Well, that's a lie. If I'm Grognak, terminals might as well be Skullpocalypse. But in this case, all I had to do was press enter. Not exactly brain surgery. More importantly, we know why people are taking out Castle's fight. And I think anyone who's inspired by that memory is gonna visit the place that it happened. That house reminds me of some of the homesteads that surround the old Hub City junkyard. Let's see if any squatters have moved in. And if we're lucky, maybe one of them is our castle.
Что там наверху? Я не знаю. Ну ладно.
What the?
for easy. Boxcar? Is that you?
I'm agitated stairs.
Look at me, Box. You recognize me, don't you?
Box? I don't know any Box. My name is Castle.
No. Your codename's Boxcar. You went in that memory machine and it crossed a few wires, but you're still the same old runner doing drops of Des.
Machine. Yes, the machine. It has my memories. My name is Castle. John Castle.
Fuck. He's gone.
We found her. We found Darcy.
Darcy?
My daughter. We found her. But now we have to protect her. Stop the people who took my wife.
The synth girl's alive? Castle. Listen to me. Do you know where we can find her?
I don't know. Oh, God. She's still at the mayor's. I've gone and left her alone. All alone. If something happens to her, Susan, please forgive me.
The mayor's? You think he means Diamond City or... Oh, shit. I bet he means the shelter. Before the war, there was this shelter the mayor had built in case the nukes got launched. It's fortified, well hidden. That's gotta be it.
You're gonna leave Darcy alone. Starting now.
Whoa, not you two. Come on, babe, stay with me. You're not Castle. You're my girl, and I'm yours. Besides, your kid's name's Sean, remember? And you were married, but not Susan Castle.
You're right. I've got a son, Sean. I lost my husband.
Oh, thank God. Thought we lost you for a second there. And the last thing the Commonwealth needs is someone else occupying that head. But it's my fault for not seeing this coming. The fact that your stories kind of mirror each other might have made you more at risk. Anyways, we gotta find Castle's kid. It's not much further now. But let me know if things start getting wobbly.
А за что мне завершили квест? А вот оно что. Они разбили квест на две части. Оружие я не достал. Это настолько продвинутый мод, что в нем все это само сделалось. Я просто, блин, в шоке с этого. Очень круто.
Murder on the streets of Boston. More news at 11. Wasn't their day. Su casa, mi casa.
Так, по-моему, дверь уже открыта. Насколько я помню, в этой локации противники синты. Вероятно, мне не придется с ними сражаться, но синты могут быть диспавнены этим модом.
Nothing to report, ma'am.
Scanning. Subject identified.
Scanning unknown identity. Clearance confirmed.
Man, this place will send shivers down your spine and up your nose.
Reporting status. All functions normal.
R4 коричневое лицо.
Is someone present? Hostile sensor reading. Engaging hostile life form. Engaging hostile life form. Movement detected. Curious.
Кого-то они там угробили. Я не знаю где. Не могу сказать, что там происходит такое.
Huh?
Engaging. Sustaining damage.
I had no choice.
Primary sensor critically damaged. I
thought I saw something.
Whoa, you win! Here we go.
Они все каслы.
Figure you won't just...
most efficient attack.
Касл первый. Один убитый синт, второй убитый синт. Чарджер. Письмо Виктора самому себе. Еще один касл. Гун.
Ah. Hey.
You're looking good, babe. That should put an end to Castle, ghosts and all.
What happens now?
First off, I'll have one of our tech people disable that machine. Part of me feels bad for doing it. Even now, I still feel Castle's story needs to be told, just not in that way. Either way, I guess we're done here. Still, I can't get over what Boxcar was saying when we found him. He said Darcy was here, as if he saw her. I wonder what he meant by that.
Дарси тут нет.
Hey.
I'm all ears.
Excuse me.
What's up?
Your thoughts?
The Brotherhood of Feels. Sorry. Just imagining a soap opera starring soldier boys in love. It's a work in progress.
могу представить. Называется этот Boss of the Gym. И там Ван Даркхольм и еще кто-то играет. Хорошая опера.
That was all I had.
Okay?
Это звук от
I am the
чарджера.
victim of violence.
Да. Ты действительно victim of violence. Но также я не знаю, где ты находишься. Откуда ты подал свой голос. Этот квест выполнен. И сейчас я хотел бы все-таки понять, есть ли еще что-то полезное здесь. Так, в первую очередь, наверное, есть смысл поспать, чтобы я сохранился. Вот эта кровать хорошо для этого подходит.
Rise and shine, sleepyhead. Come on.
Так, тогда я сейчас серию закончу. Всем спасибо за просмотр. С вами был Антилар. Всем пока.